Hi everyone. Welcome to our second week of remote aural skills. I'm going to walk through this week's melodies a little bit, take a couple of them, and then I will ask you to perform a couple of them and submit them to me by video for feedback. So if we take a look at our slightly modified syllabus, this is week 9, quote unquote, a week late. But the assignment for this week is Melodies 160 through 169. So all the way down through here. It's a bit more, perhaps, than the last week, because some of them are a little bit on the long side. But the idea here is skips in the 5/7 chord, as you see. So if we think first about being in F, so you have do, mi, so, mi, do. The 5/7 chord will be so, ti, re, fa, re, ti, so, do. So that's the harmonic idea that's going to be emphasized here. I think this is fairly straightforward, but the next couple of pages are going to give you a nice workout on this idea. But just to work through the first example first of all, number 160. It's going to go do. And this one's going to be do, mi, so, so, ti, re, fa, mi, re, do, mi, so, fa, re, ti, so, la, ti, do, re, mi, re, do. So it's a nice little outline. There we go. Nope, that's not a color. Let's make it blue. There you go. So you've got the ascending and the descending here. So, ti, re, fa, fa, re, ti, so, do. The next example, 161, is going to take you through that in very much the same way, just with the minor version. So remember, the minor version, you're always raising the leading tone for these active dominants, the 5/7 chords that are acting as dominant chords. The leading tone's almost always going to be raised. So here, for example, it's do, me, so, so, ti, re, fa, me, re, do, re. So some of the measures have a different kind of a sound to them, but measure 2 is actually much the same. All right. All right, I want to take a quick look at number 162 next. This one's in E minor. It's in alto clef, as you see. So there's your key, do, me, so, me, do. And this one starts on so. So, me, do, fa. So what I want you to do actually, just to try to make this a little bit more interactive, is go ahead and pause this video. Take a moment and look through this example and try singing it on your own. And then you can hit play and I'll give you the example. All right, so here it is. So this one goes. So, me, do, fa, re, ti, so, la, ti, do, re, me, do, le, fa, so, me, do, fa, re, ti, so, la, ti, do. So just a couple of quick things to point out. The arpeggio sort of spans across the measures here, 4 notes distributed throughout a 3/4 meter. It's a little bit, unusual looking, very slightly tricky, but it's basically going fa, re, ti, so, la, ti, do, re, me. kind of walking you back up towards the tonic chord. Then we get a little throwback to the previous unit where you've got do, le, fa. Sorry about that. But this downward arpeggio of the 4 chord is reminding you of what we were doing in, the previous couple of weeks, where that was the big thing. Do, le, fa, le, do. Back to the beginning. So kind of the two halves of this are using a lot of the same material. You've got that beginning, you have this little thing in the middle, and then the end of it is basically recycling material that you've already heard from measures 1 through 3, just going through it a little bit more quickly. Right, so that's 162. I want you to try 163 and 164 as examples that you will send to me. 165 is a really nice one to sing through on your own. And let's look to 166, 167. So I'm going to work through 167 very slowly. This is the major version of this major minor pair with 166, 167. So we're in A, so it's do, mi, do. Starts on so. Take this one nice and slowly. So, mi, re, do, re. Fa, re, fa, la. So here comes the downward 5/7 arpeggio. La, fa, re, ti, so, fa. Re, mi, fa, so, fa, mi. Nice little IAC there. And we're mostly staying away from do. We're barely getting do until actually the pickup to measure 5. So we ended on mi, and our pickup is do, re, mi, fa, so, mi, re, ti, fa, mi, re, do. A little bit final sounding, a little tag ending here. La, do, re, do, so, do, re, do, ti, re, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do. All right. So that's a nice little example with a couple of different challenges going on. You have your tonic chords, you have sort of the goal of this lesson, which is learning about 5/7 and becoming nice and confident there. That's here, to some extent here, this little re, ti, fa kind of thing going. Then you've got predominant arpeggios that we're familiar with. We're familiar with the 4 chord. We did a little less of the 2/6 chord, but you get some of the 2 chord in here as well as something to practice, and then the rest of it is hopefully pretty straightforward. This one might take a time or two through to get comfortable with, and once you've gotten comfortable with 167, I want you to go ahead and record yourself doing 166. So just to recap, that was record 163, and this will be written down in the assignment, 164, 166, and then let's actually leave out 168 and 169. Both of those are good ones to do. I'd suggest that you work on those on your own, but those are actually known melodies. Both of them are very nice to sing through, emphasizing the 5/7. So, just one more time, that's 163, 164, and 166 as the examples that you should record yourself singing and send along to me this week.